How is it going, everyone? Today I'm here with my WWE Survivor Series 2018 pay-per-view predictions. Of course, Survivor Series is the one night of year where Raw takes on SmackDown Live in head-to-head competition. Of course, it takes place live on the WWE Network as well as pay-per-view tomorrow night. And overall, I gotta say, going to Survivor Series for the first time in I don't know how long, I'm actually genuinely excited for a WWE pay-per-view. I think Survivor Series looks absolutely awesome. We have a handful of dream matches. One match that I've been waiting for 4 years now, and honestly, I didn't think it was going to become a reality ever at this point, and it's becoming reality, and I'm very, very excited for it. I can't even hold back my excitement for it. I'm just dying to see this match. And of course, there's some other dream matches as well on this card. I mean, the 5-on-5 tags, or the Survivor Series tags in general, on this card aren't the most stacked like it's been the last couple of years, but I think they'll be fun for the most part still. But overall, Survivor Series, I'm very excited, even with the changes. Even though one change, I'm kind of like, I think I'm pretty much on the same boat as everyone else that's kind of like let down and upset by it. But it could be a blessing because now it's rumored that the match will be taking place at WrestleMania instead, possibly the main event. So it actually might have been a blessing that this match, isn't happening at Survivor Series and instead possibly taking place at WrestleMania now. But even with the changes, I'm excited for Survivor Series. I think the card looks awesome, and I'm very excited for it. So, yeah, I think it's gonna be an awesome show, and hopefully it delivers. Because I think with the matches scheduled, we could be in for a very fun show. So I'm looking forward to Survivor Series tomorrow night. It should be one hell of a show. Of course, we do have 8 matches scheduled for the show. Of course, one of them taking place on the 2-hour kickoff show, 2 hours prior to the pay-per-view. Of course, being the 10-on-10 Raw vs. SmackDown Live traditional Survivor Series tag team elimination match. Of course, the 5 tag teams of SmackDown Live taking on the 5 tag teams of Raw. Not a stacked field by any means, so I'm not really too excited for that match, but that's happening at the kickoff with 7 matches remaining on the actual main card itself. Of course, one of them including the WWE Cruiserweight Championship match. Buddy Murphy defending against Mustafa Ali. These two have had great matches on 205 Live. Do I expect this match to live up to those matches? Absolutely not, because it's a WWE pay-per-view, not 205 Live, so it's a big difference, but I do expect them to at least put on a pretty damn good match still, so that should be overall a good one right there. And of course, for the rest of the card, we'll get in the rest of the Raw vs. SmackDown Live matches, featuring champion versus champion matches as well, like the Intercontinental Champion from Raw, Seth Rollins, taking on the United States Champion from SmackDown Live, Shinsuke Nakamura. This is a dream match. I'm very excited for this match. It's probably the match I'm looking forward to the second most on this card. I think these two should go out there and just absolutely tear the house down. Seth Rollins has been on a fantastic role, this year in general, and I feel like Nakamura definitely can go out there and deliver with Seth Rollins. Considering Nakamura really hasn't had the best run in WWE so far, but I feel like with Seth Rollins definitely can, pull it out of him and definitely put on a great match. So I'm very excited to see Seth Rollins and Shinsuke Nakamura compete for the very first time ever. Like I said, definitely is a dream match. Speaking of champion versus champions, we'll be having the Raw Tag Team Champions AOP taking on the SmackDown Tag Team Champions The Bar. Very odd matchup. Both teams to me just don't, I don't know, they just seem like they don't complement each other very well, so I'm not really too sure what to expect, but hopefully it's an alright match. Like I said, not really expecting anything that spectacular from those two tag teams. We'll be having the Raw vs. SmackDown Live 5-on-5 traditional Survivor Series women's elimination match, of course, with the SmackDown Live team actually having a mystery partner, which I'm not sure if it's going to be a debut, return. I feel like it was someone from like the roster, like Mandy Rose or Lana or whatever, they would have announced it already, so the fact that it's a mystery, I do feel like we'll be getting a debut or possibly a return in that position. So for that reason alone, that intrigues me for that match. But besides that, the participants in it aren't the best, so I'm not really that excited for that Survivor Series match. But hopefully it's okay, and hopefully the mystery person isn't a disappointment. So, like I said, it's the reason I look forward to that match right there. And then what we're supposed to be getting was another champion versus champion match. Of course, the Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey taking on the SmackDown Women's Champion Becky Lynch. But of course, we all know it's past Monday in Raw. Nia Jax clocked the hell out of Becky Lynch, therefore Becky Lynch got a concussion. She's not physically cleared to compete in this matchup, so therefore in her spot we'll be getting just a regular Raw vs. SmackDown Live match with Ronda Rousey taking on now Charlotte Flair, which, this was a match rumored for WrestleMania 35, so the fact that it's now happening here leads me to believe that we'll be getting Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania 35 instead. But Charlotte and Ronda Rousey should be a good match. I'm not really sure how it's going to fare. I know they're both very athletic, but, with Ronda Rousey's singles matches haven't been the greatest, but I feel like Charlotte Flair will be able to pull out a pretty dang good match out of Ronda Rousey. So I'm not going to doubt those two. I think they'll go out there and have a pretty good match. So Ronda Rousey, Charlotte Flair should be a good one, and yeah, it's just, it kind of sucks that I didn't get any build to it. It's a last minute, change, but it is what it is. Should be a good one regardless, and, hopefully it fully delivers. And of course, we're having the Raw vs. SmackDown Live 5-on-5 traditional Survivor Series elimination match, Team Raw versus Team SmackDown Live. I feel like both teams aren't very stacked at all. I feel like they're kind of just thrown together with a bunch of guys. I don't know, they don't, it doesn't feel like a big Survivor Series match to me like it's been the last couple of years, especially last year's. Last year's teams were stacked, and though this year's teams are just like, really? They just seem like a bunch of mid-card guys throwing the match. So, not really too excited for this year's Survivor Series men's elimination match. Like I said, just the teams don't feel very stacked. They feel very lackluster to me. So, for those reasons alone, I'm not really too excited for the match. And of course, we'll be having the big champion versus champion match. The Raw's the Universal Champion Brock Lesnar taking on SmackDown Live's brand new WWE Champion Daniel Bryan. Of course, this match is supposed to be Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles in a rematch from last year's Survivor Series. But of course, you know, this past Tuesday on SmackDown Live, Daniel Bryan defeated AJ Styles to become the brand new WWE Champion, and we'll finally be getting Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan. A match that I wanted to happen at WrestleMania 31 in 2015. Didn't happen. The match that was supposed to happen actually at SummerSlam 2014, but of course Daniel Bryan got injured. This is a dream match for me, and this is like one of the most anticipated matches I've ever wanted to see in WWE in recent memory. This is my dream match in the current WWE era. And the fact that it's actually becoming a reality, I'm kind of still in disbelief that it's actually happening. It's still one of those things that's like, is that really happening? It's going to be so surreal, and I know the styles are different, but, and you know, Brock Lesnar's a huge beast, and Bryan's the biggest guy in the world, especially with his neck issues, and of course, Brock Lesnar's known for F5s, or not F5s, well, he's known for F5s, but he's known for suplexes that involve landing in the neck. I don't care. I'm very excited. I think these two will deliver. I mean, just look at AJ and Brock from last year. I think that match can easily be not replicated, but like we can still get a great match out of these two because, you know, people assume that, you know, since Brock's a bigger guy, Daniel Bryan's a smaller guy, it's not going to work out. But again, you know, it's kind of the same dynamic from last year. You know, AJ, of course, is a little bigger than Bryan, but at the same time, they work the same style. They're the same pretty much guy. So, I don't know. I'm very excited for this match. I really don't care what anyone else says. This is WrestleMania worthy, and this match sells the entire pay-per-view. The rest of the card can be terrible. I don't even care. But as long as this match delivers, I'll be fully satisfied. So, Daniel Bryan, Brock Lesnar, champion versus champion, Raw vs. SmackDown Live. Very, very, very excited for that match. And I'm very excited for the show in general. Hope you guys are as well. And if I want to see more time, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Kickoff, Raw vs. SmackDown Live 10-on-10 traditional Survivor Series tag team elimination match. Raw's Bobby Roode and Chad Gable, the Ascension, the B Team, the Revival, and the Lucha House Party versus SmackDown Live's the Usos, the New Day, SAnitY, the Colognes, Luke Gallows, and Karl Anderson. I think this is a very easy win for Team SmackDown Live. I just look at the tag team divisions and just Raw's is so bad compared to SmackDown Live, so I would be absolutely appalled if Team Raw pulled out the win here. Hopefully it's a decent match. I don't see this being really that good, but it could end the result. Like I said, I do feel like this is an easy win for Team SmackDown Live in this tag team match. Raw vs. SmackDown Live champion vs. champion match. Raw's Intercontinental Champion Seth Rollins vs. SmackDown Live's United States Champion Shinsuke Nakamura. You know what? You know, this match could go either way, but I'm going to go ahead and say Shinsuke Nakamura gets the win against Seth Rollins here. You know, the whole build to this match, you know, Rollins has openly admitted that he's not worried about Nakamura. He's worried about Dean Ambrose, and I feel like Dean Ambrose will get involved in that. His focus will be taken off Nakamura. His focus will be on Dean Ambrose, and Nakamura will capitalize and defeat Seth Rollins. That's how I think it will go. This should be a great match. Like I said, it can go either way, but I think Ambrose will get involved in this match. That will lead to Shinsuke Nakamura defeating Seth Rollins. Raw vs. SmackDown Live Champion vs. Champions match. Raw's Raw Tag Team Champions AOP vs. SmackDown Live's SmackDown Tag Team Champions The Bar with Big Show. I can see this match going either way, but I'm going to go ahead and say AOP get the win here. I feel like it's a team that they want to protect more and make more dominant. I can see The Bar getting the win if Big Show gets involved. That helps them win, but I feel like it won't hurt them losing here, so I feel like The Bar can definitely take a loss and not be affected by it. So with that being said, I will go with AOP. Raw vs. SmackDown Live 5-on-5 traditional Survivor Series women's elimination match. Raw's Natalya, Nia Jax, Mickie James, Tamina, and Ruby Riott vs. SmackDown Live's Carmella, Asuka, Naomi, Sonya Deville, and a mystery partner. Depending on who the mystery partner is, I think it will play a huge effect on if SmackDown Live wins or not. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say Team SmackDown Live gets the win here. I think Asuka will be very dominant in this match and probably eliminate a majority of the people on Team Raw. I don't know, I just feel like on Team Raw, you have a lot of people that can easily be eliminated. I know Nia Jax, to me, have been getting a big push, but I think they can easily find a way to eliminate them without them making them look bad. But hopefully it's a good little match. Not really too sure how these women are going to fare together, but like I said, I do expect Team SmackDown Live get the win. WWE Cruiserweight Championship match. WWE Cruiserweight Champion Buddy Murphy versus Mustafa Ali. I'm going to go ahead and say Buddy Murphy retains the Cruiserweight Championship here. He just won it last month, so I think it'd be pretty stupid for him to lose it this soon. Should be a killer match. These two have had great matches on 205 Live in the past, but, you know, I don't expect it to be nearly as good as their previous matches, but it should be a damn good one nonetheless, and I'm just happy to see the Cruiserweights on the main card. So, you know, potentially show stealer, or, you know, potentially match of the night, but like I said, I do expect Buddy Murphy to walk out still the Cruiserweight Champion. Raw vs. SmackDown Live. Raw's Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey versus SmackDown Live's Charlotte Flair. You know, this is a match that's supposed to happen at WrestleMania 35, supposedly. And, you know, if that was happening at WrestleMania 35, I think, you know, Charlotte Flair would have been an easy lock to win. But since it's happening at Survivor Series, I am going with Ronda Rousey to dominate Charlotte Flair and get the win for Raw. I think this team go out there and have a pretty damn good match if they just click, which I think they will. They're very athletic, and they're kind of the same in a lot of ways. But, you know, I do think Ronda Rousey, like I said, will walk out triumphant over Charlotte Flair, and which hopefully should be a pretty damn good match here. Raw vs. SmackDown Live Champion vs. Champion match. Raw's Universal Champion Brock Lesnar vs. SmackDown Live's WWE Champion Daniel Bryan. As much as I love to see Daniel Bryan get the win against Brock Lesnar, especially considering he just became WWE Champion, I think Brock Lesnar is going to defeat Daniel Bryan. I don't see Daniel Bryan defeating Brock Lesnar. You know what? I can see Daniel Bryan defeating Brock Lesnar with a small package, because Daniel Bryan is known for that as well. I could see him hit, you know, Brock Lesnar going for an F5, Daniel Bryan counters it into a small package, 1, 2, 3, Daniel Bryan gets the win. But I just don't see it happening. You know, hopefully it's a great match, and these two can go out there and have an amazing match if Brock wants to work. And should be absolutely awesome, but couldn't result. I do think Brock Lesnar will defeat Daniel Bryan. And then the main event, Raw vs. SmackDown Live 5-on-5 traditional Survivor Series elimination match. Raw's Braun Strowman, Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, Dolph Ziggler, and Finn Balor versus SmackDown Live's Shane McMahon, Jeff Hardy, Samoa Joe, The Miz, and Rey Mysterio. I think this is an easy win for Team Raw here. I just don't see them losing to Team SmackDown Live, especially considering that, you know, Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, and Braun Strowman are three guys that, you know, they're very good at protecting, and, you know, Team SmackDown Live really doesn't have any guys that I think that they really care to protect all that much, so I can easily see them all being eliminated, you know, pretty easily. And, you know, Team Raw just has more power behind it. So I think it's an easy win for Team Raw. Not really too excited for this match because I'm not really too sure how these, you know, 10 men will fare against each other. But hopefully it should be a fun little Survivor Series match. Like I said, not really too excited for it. But, you know, like I said, because of the end result, I do expect Team Raw to be triumphant over Team SmackDown Live in this 5-on-5 traditional Survivor Series elimination match. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys enjoyed my WWE Survivor Series 2018 pay-per-view predictions. Like I said, Survivor Series is a Raw vs. SmackDown Live event. Of course, it takes place live on the WWE Network as well as pay-per-view tomorrow night. I'm very excited for the show. Hope you guys are as well. We have some stack matches. We have some dream matches. I think it's going to be a very fun show, and hopefully it fully delivers. Of course, before Survivor Series tonight, we do have NXT TakeOver War Games, which I'm pretty excited for as well. The main event, the War Games match, of course, should be absolutely awesome, and the rest of the card should be good as well. So NXT TakeOver War Games tonight, followed by Survivor Series tomorrow night. And hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please like below. And of course, so my NXT TakeOver War Games review tonight. I'll see you guys, and thank you guys for watching the video.